screen. What's up, guys? And welcome to Let's Talk Love Story, where we have special guests in the building that um, get a chance to talk about their story, their way, from their hearts, right? And today we have an entrepreneur, a performer, a founder of Radiant Group LLC, doing business as Belly Goddess. Oh, okay. I see what we did there. Based in Las Vegas, Nevada. She's very passionate about bringing people together through entertainment, culture, unforgettable experiences. She worked with talented performers, the event professionals, to create engaging, memorable events for a variety of audiences. So, beyond business, she's a belly dancer who values creativity, self expression, and empowering others to shine. So, you guys know why she's here. Hello, duh. Um, as a single mother and an entrepreneur, she's built her journey through determination, resilience, and commitment to pursuing her passion. Welcome to Let's Talk Love Story. How are
Thank
you?
you, Tasha, for having me. It's
Yes.
a pleasure to be here
Thank you.
and have this awesome conversation.
I think it was meant to be,
I agree.
I'm not in denial that there's sometimes divine connections. And for the way that I even came out,
I
because I
know.
wasn't coming out. I had to drag myself out, but I was in a funk about like not doing movies right now. I mean movies. Woo! We just manifested something. Not doing weddings. Weddings. And I got an email saying that there was a wedding chamber event. I was like, oh, I'm not even a member anymore. Rounding and rounding and around in my head, and then I was like, I'm gonna go. And you were literally the first person I saw when I walked in.
And I recognized you, and I was like, "You're Miss Love Doctor." You're like, "How do you remember?"
And my co-host, she's like, you remember her? We were there, and this day she's belly dancing. I was like, once you start talking,
Yes.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, But originally, I didn't think anybody was gonna remember me because I had been gone so long out of the industry. But anyway, we started talking, and magic happened.
You see, like when two people meet and it's
Yeah,
meant to be,
it's
it
meant
just
to be.
happens.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so today I just want to let you know I am Miss Love Doctor. I'm your favorite love prescriber. And tonight we're going to hold some space for every heart that has ever had to rebuild something, right? If you had to rebuild something, TikTok, we don't know what to do with you guys. We have to figure something out. Because typically it's over there. And you guys know what I look like. So this is her interview. There you go. And sometimes you have to rebuild love after sometimes what may have felt like forever, right?
Right.
And the conversation we just were having very much right before we went live is like, oh wait, whoa. You start to see and reflect of, oh, this happened and then this happened and now my love life is like this. Ouch. So tonight's love story is one of the ones that many people carry, quietly, the journey of life after divorce, right? And when the chapter you thought would last forever suddenly ends, it shakes your identity, your confidence, your faith, and sometimes your sense of home. Like,
For sure.
what is home anymore? And but it also can be a very much of awakening, something very powerful, rediscovering of self, a return to your own voice, um, a deeper understanding of what your heart truly needs. What does it need? And so, my beautiful guest tonight is walking that very path. And so, we got some good reasons and seasons for rediscovering, awakening, rebuilding, pushing through whatever it looks through like a heartbreak or a breakthrough or a set free.
Yeah.
Um, whatever it looks like that transforms you to choose yourself again. So before we get started, we have to recenter ourselves, our hearts, and so because I believe that we have hard days, we have long days, we have stressful days, we have fun days, but either way it go, we keep going, no matter what that day looks like. So when we come in here to the Love Lounge, we kind of want to recenter ourselves,
Oh,
kind
I
of like
like that.
sit into the space, get comfortable,
Yeah.
and just kind of shake off whatever was going on right before now, so we can sit into the conversation with clear mind, clear heart, clear spirits. So we'll just take a deep breath in. And feel what's tight in your body, whether it's your shoulders, whether it's your jaws, if it's your stomach. Sometimes you have tension in different places. Um, Soften your shoulders and open your heart. So this conversation is one who has ever had to let go of love that they thought would last forever, and now we're learning what life looks like with back to self.
Right.
Okay. All right, all right. So we'll just got some questions. We'll
Yeah.
have a conversation. Um, so tell me about who you were before marriage.
So I feel that when I was married, I was kind of had gotten lost in that role of being a wife, being a mommy, and caring for everyone else and putting everyone else first. And I will always come at the end, right? I always put myself at the very last spot,
Right.
right? And so for me, divorce, it wasn't just an event, it was more of like a time for me to reconnect with myself. And it's been a renewal time
Okay. Okay.
for sure.
What did you believe about love and partnership before? And
Um,
so we want to kind of get into the woman before divorce, right?
Before divorce,
Mm-hmm.
well, I thought marriage was forever. I thought the marriage was supposed to be a forever deal, right? Once you found your partner, it was going to be till death do us part.
That's it.
But it's not always the case, right? And so that was my idea.
Right. Do you think that most women have that outlook on marriage, that it's this fairy tale, and so we stick it out because in our
It
mind it's like
it
it's gotta
it,
work?
it can be, it can be. But sometimes things happen where you just it things happen and the marriage is no longer a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I believe in happiness, right? And so that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be married forever. There's always the idea of it didn't work out and it's okay to move on. It's okay to be by yourself, right? Now experience that journey, and that path, follow that path.
Yeah. So when you look back, were there any early signs that something was shifting?
I definitely felt during marriage that there was a big void, like there was something missing, um, and I couldn't understand what it was, right? Um, so I do think that when you're married, you're kind of just in the motions and doing all of your roles, right, to the best of your abilities, and then kind of sometimes get lost in that in your multiple roles because the woman is the one that carries everything, does everything.
Wow. So I was gonna say let's dig into that. Like as a wife, what are all the roles? What do you feel women carry within the relationship?
Oh my gosh. As a wife, it's like you are the one who keeps, at least for me, the one who kept the house clean, the one who cooked, the one who took care of the kids, um, the one who went to work, did all of the things, right? And nurturing person. And so it's so many roles that a woman has,
Hmm.
right, to fulfill. That is just, it's hard sometimes.
Even hearing you say it, it makes me think that I don't think that people. I think the roles get diminished in the fact that, well, you're the woman,
Hmm.
so that they kind of belong to you. These are your roles,
Right,
right?
right. Like,
You're the wife, right?
yeah, like you should be doing all of these things.
Right. You don't
For,
know how to be a wife,
yeah,
right?
right.
I mean, sometimes because when you think about it, um, I hear it a lot. Sometimes I've heard a woman say they feel like a single parent
Hmm.
in a marriage.
Yeah, I mean, true, true, because it's the female always doing everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like, what has society told us and sold us, right? It's like
Ooh, the dream.
the dream, and this is your role. This is what you must do. This is how you keep a household together. Um, so yeah, for me, finding myself all of a sudden out of that space, out of that role, I was really empowered to find myself again and
Yeah.
find my individual role, right? And detach myself from that role I held, right?
Wow. Was it freeing? What did it feel like to detach?
At first, I want to say divorce was heartbreaking. I was definitely at my lowest point. I felt extremely lost. Um, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to really look within me and really evaluate everything that's wrong, right? Not just the divorce instance, right? Not just that season, but now it's like I really have to find my happiness, and I need to feel good again, right? I need to be good by being by myself, filling myself up, right? And that was major. That's been a journey, and it's been hard work, right? Because if you can love yourself, right, love yourself and put yourself first, and value yourself,
Hmm.
you're not going to take crap from people
Yeah.
or from men or from whoever,
Anyone.
anyone.
Yeah. So, how did you navigate the decision to one leave and to accept that the relationship was ending? How long were you married? Let me ask that first.
I was married for, I think we were going on 14 years of marriage,
Okay.
and
So,
we were
oh,
together like 15 years. So it was a long time. He
yeah.
was he was like the only person, or right, I was involved in like for so long. uh for me, it didn't happen like I it was situational, right? I found myself in that spot, and it just it just I didn't walk out. It was like what happened,
What's happened?
right? Like the event that happened, that occurred, that all of a sudden, hey, we cannot be together anymore. you know.
What emotions are happening right now? What are you?
Um, right now I'm calm. I'm good because I've accepted.
No, during that
Oh,
time where you're like,
during that time, it was
you're
like
accepting that something huge is.
at that time I was like, right, why is this happening? I couldn't comprehend why was it happening to me, why this happened, right, in the marriage. Um, but I had no other way out but to, you know, literally just part our ways, and that's it.
You kind of just woke up and was like, this is done.
It wasn't like that. So he had found somebody else. He found somebody else.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so that was
You kind of made it done.
right. So it was
Okay.
like, yeah, we're no longer together. Okay, great.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting
That
me
was the
know.
reason, right? That was the
Wow.
reason.
Okay.
It was he found somebody else and was, you know, done with the marriage. And it, of course, forced it to be done. Like there's no point of return. And you know, I hear that in marriages, uh, there's always one party who checks out, right?
Right.
And or one that wants to stay, right? And it's really rare when both really want to make it right, work on it, and yeah, stay. Most of the time is one that has completely checked out, that has the point of no return.
Yeah.
And that's why people separate, get a divorce, and all of those things.
It's not
But
working because someone else is done making
yeah,
it work.
but it's okay too, because even if it happens like that, whoever ends it, or I've heard that there's times where both are completely, you know, checked out,
Yeah.
and they just end things in good terms.
Yeah,
Like,
mutually.
hey,
Like
we
this.
don't get along anymore, we've grown apart. Like, okay. So but I want to say that it will hurt. It doesn't matter what your situation was, right? You had this relationship with this human for whatever the length of time was. You have to, if you have a heart, you have to have some type of feelings, right?
It's true. You merged your lives together for 15 years of your life.
Right.
That's a big portion. And I think with love and relationships, um, when I used to do marriages down at downtown, I would see a lot of couples get remarried and then get remarried again.
Right.
And I would, I would
That's awesome.
dig deep into the conversation, like, why are you guys back? And they're like, as much as we thought we weren't supposed to be together, it was probably situational, it was probably grief, it was probably whatever, right? And we thought the best thing to do was to part ways, but we can't. And that's when
Wow.
I realized, like, real love is going to come back together no matter what.
Right.
No matter what happens. Like, you got a divorce, you came and married this woman two more. He's like, and I'll marry her 20 more times.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
That's powerful.
That is right. So, I guess this. I know that there's so much hard about you said the heartbreak. Um, how did the ending impact your sense of self?
uh the ending just made me aware that I need to be in a better space, right? Made me aware that I needed to find happiness from within and heal from within,
Right.
fully. Uh, because all of a sudden I was by myself, right? And I needed to be well. So I will say that what the combination of healing myself from within was connected to my spiritual, my connecting to my spirituality, connecting to my mental health and my well-being, right? So I want to say that the awesome thing that came about, or amazing thing, was I reconnected with God, right? And I had walked away from my faith for so long. And just, I don't think I ever had a relationship with God as I did after the fact, right? And
Wow.
He was really my rock, the foundation of the healing and everything that unraveled
Hmm.
after that. So connecting with my my belief, my faith, my God. One. Two was um, mental health. Right. I looked out for the professional help, which is very important because your brain is an organ, it's your organ, right? And it's part of your body.
Hmm.
And it's a why is it that we put so much negative connotation to, oh, if you're seeing a therapist or you're taking meds, you must be crazy, like something's wrong with you. No, you're just addressing the issues of the brain.
And that you must be crazy, I thought was only something um projected into the Black community.
So I'm a Latina, and I want to say, it's like, I want to say I identify with that as well, because in my culture, women, men and women are supposed to be tough, right? My
Hmm.
mother is like, I want to say 74 or 75. She's never seen a therapist. She's never seen a psychologist, right? And she will never do that. Um, and she's gone through life, ups and downs, traumas, really hard stuff that we all go through.
Knock you down off your
And
feet.
but it's like, in her culture, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna go see a therapist, or
Like, girl, something is off of me and I need to figure it out. But we don't even have conversations like that.
and I want to say, even my family, like my close members, I think I got some weird reactions when I told them I was on medication, right? Um, and I feel good about it, because I'm like, I'm helping me, right?
Right.
I'm like taking care of my brain, right?
Taking care of your everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when you can function, right, as a good human being, when you can be a functional human being, you can go on with your life. But
Right.
if you are a complete hot mess, you're depressed or whatever it is, all of those things that will
Show up.
that will show up, that, right, that will not let you be. It's like you won't be able to live.
I call it bleeding all over other people, right? Or leaving a trail of blood because you're wounded.
Right,
You're wounded, but you're functioning like everything is okay.
right.
But that wound won't heal itself. Well, it does. But if you don't take care of it, it can get infected. It can get, gangrene. Who knows? You might need to amputate
Oh
if you
my
don't.
gosh, yeah.
I'm just thinking about
and
like how bad
and
it can get
you
if you
know
don't
and that's what a hurt person will do, right? When you're hurt, you just hurt others
just spew it.
purposely. You don't care about them. You're mean, bullied, right? It's like you show the worst version of yourself because you are in that pain.
And like we were talking about earlier, people think they're operating in their authentic selves, but not really realizing that someone hurt you, and it's okay to say that it hurt. guys, it's okay to say this hurt me.
Right.
You don't, and I think naming the thing, it basically lets you know that um I can acknowledge what happened and I don't have to let it happen again without me displaying all this hurt to other people, because the term hurt people is I'm in a space with that, because I'm confused at why you would do the thing that hurt you to the core, only to do it to someone else.
And I want to say, when you're hurt, you're going to hurt the closest ones to you, right?
Oh yeah.
Because you feel the most comfortable with them, so you're going to be bleeding on your loved ones, and they're going to
Yep.
put up with all of that,
Yeah,
right?
that's real. Yeah. Um, I could just think about a couple situations where once I healed, I realized I owed some people an apology. I was like, oh, yeah, I was probably mean that one time,
Yeah.
but not really realizing that it wasn't me. It was
And
everything that I was going through.
um now that you mentioned that, I want to say that something that I do often, um I understand my behavior, or if I think I did something wrong, I own up to it. I think before I was too proud to say, "Hey, I messed up," This was my bad, right? But now I think I don't ever want to just not talk to people like that, right? Like, I'm going to give you a reason why I'm walking away, or we can no longer coexist. I just want to give you that explanation. At least
Right.
that's what I see myself doing.
Versus just
Versus,
ghosting or
right.
something like that. Yeah. That's big. And because you step into this space where you're like, I can advocate for how I feel.
Exactly. It's like it's okay to say no. It's okay to not be in spaces that you don't want to be. It's okay to not talk to people that you feel will not be an addition to your life. It's totally okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I don't have to talk to everyone, and I don't have to.
And it doesn't have to be nasty
Mm-hmm.
for it not to be okay. Like, it just is what it is. So now you're in this, he's forced the hand that was probably already going. You're in this transformational phase of life.
Right.
And what does that feel like? Like, knowing that you're literally becoming someone else. Well,
It,
not someone else. Let me rephrase that. A different version of yourself.
right. It's the understanding that, hey, I can become the best version of myself. You know,
I can do it.
I can do it. I can strive towards being the best friend, the best daughter, right? The best mom, the best professional, uh, and just like finding purpose, right?
It
Finding purpose.
I think there's so much power, and I said last week I'm gonna take I think out. There's so much power in that statement of you just basically saying, I can do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever that looks like for you. So it's almost like not advocating for divorce, not advocating for a breakup, but advocating for you to understand when something is not a good fit for your life, not healthy for your life, not an additive to your life. And it's okay to say, you know what, I can go get this job, or I can become a dancer again.
Yes. So the funny thing is, like, when all of this happened, I had stopped dancing, right?
Wow.
Um, and I love to dance. Like if you know me, you know I love to dance. No matter the genre, like I will get up and dance. Uh, but for me, finding my dance again was healing. And particularly, it was belly dance. So I connected with my belly dance art form,
Mm.
which is also my creative way of uh, just feeling the best, right? And it's a space where it's a beautiful space because I can create, right? I can come up with choreographies, I can practice different moves. And it's the mind starts working on, hey, what am I gonna look, what outfit am I gonna buy, how am I going to accessorize myself. And it's like you think of all of the things, which song am I gonna choose,
Okay.
and the creative way comes out.
After you've chosen that stuff,
Exactly.
because now you know what you're gonna look like, which is developing how you're gonna feel,
Hmm.
and then the movement just.
Everything just flows. And um, I started dancing again. I started becoming more involved with the belly dance community, and it's been great, and I found my way again.
Mm, that's deep. I love that. And again, I just feel like I hope that um you at home can, or wherever you're at in your car, first of all, please hit the subscribe button. Share this with someone else who you think it may be beneficial to their hearts. Um, and take this and put it in your pocket. What she's saying, it's kind of like a pass go $200 card, because you may not need it now, but
Right.
later on in life, you realize that, oh, she said something that is, there's some magic, but there's some power there.
I think that if you're experiencing pain, if you are hurt, you can turn that feeling and transform it into something beautiful, right? Try to take all of that hurt, the pain, the suffering, and do something creative, right? Go and revisit your hobbies. Go and revisit the things that put a smile on your face, right? Do those things. That's going to get you out of that pain, that hurt, all of all of the things that is not serving you well.
Yeah. And that's why when we talked, I've been saying it like, I need a hobby. I need a hobby. I need something to get into. I need to move my body around. I'm sitting way too much. Um, and my sister was like, well, the cheer team has an adult cheer thing. And so my antennas went up, and I'm like, I might need a little conditioning before competitive cheer, but it may just be that thing that sparks everything too.
Right.
But when we talked, I was like, oh yeah. And I know the power of belly dancing and what it does. And so I'll let you speak on that, even though we'll get back to.
Yes. So belly dancing, it is a feminine art form, most of all, right? It was practiced in the Middle East. It goes back before Christ times, so it's very ancient, and it was practiced by women. They they got together, one for birthing rituals.
Wow.
So back in the days, there were no doctors, no epidurals. So how did
there was doulas.
doulas?
Yeah.
Right. So it was, say, a mom was about to give birth, the women would get together and dance, you know, to kind of encourage the
Yeah.
right, and they will do
Oh
like
wow.
ceremonies like that, or it's also
And the
with
babies in there like, okay, all
right,
right.
and it was also a fellowship for women, right? Women, think of our roles as women, right? We had our roles from the get-go. Like, you're supposed to be mom, you're supposed to just focus on raising kids, right?
Yeah.
All of the career and everything else, it's right, like new age. But if we look into our past, our ancestors, we just had that role of
Yeah.
birthing, being moms, taking care of the homes,
Housekeepers,
housekeeping.
home
Yeah.
homemakers.
And so women will, when women will get their first period, they will do like little gatherings too and belly dance. So it was, and it was a space for women, right? And then it became later on a space for, hey, this is sexy, this is good, right? I'm just going to perform. um, when they started, producing movies and whatnot, they went back to what are women doing, right? Belly dancing, okay, let's add that into that. But very beginning of time, it was a sacred, it was a sacred act for women. It wasn't
Wow.
like, I'm just going to wear this beautiful costume and move around and that's it. No, it was more of like, you were super connected to yourself. And so I feel that's why it's so empowering. Belly dance is so empowering. And I love to spread joy. And I love performing because I feel that when you experience a live show, right? Whether you go and see musicians, where you go and see like dancers or anything live, you feel alive and you get to be in that moment, in that space. And then it's like, it's great,
The
right?
energy.
The energy that you are providing, that's wonders. So for me, belly dance was the way to connect with myself. And I love to dance. I don't think I will quit ever. And That's why I was like, I need to start a business where I can keep doing this. And I want to help people. I want to empower women. I also want to help people create amazing entertainment, right? Or elevate their events with a performance, right? And so that's how Radiant Group came about.
Okay.
Right now, Belly Goddess, that name, years ago, before I had kids, I had a dance studio,
Okay.
and my business, it was under Belly Goddess LLC. Belly Goddess was always like my idea, right? Women empowerment, all of that. And I think that was always on the back of my head. And so now the remix, the spin-off is like, hey, we're going to, of course, belly dance is going to be the core, but I will also be able to work with other dancers and not just in belly dance,
Okay.
right? I can work with Latin dancers, uh, African dancers, whatever it is. If we can create a nice space for people, right? If we can help them, let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm sure that reconnecting with belly dancing, it did something throughout your journey with self love, right?
Yes.
Kind
It
of reunited or
Yeah, it was like, it ignited the passion in me. And I was like, oh, I'm so worthy. I'm so amazing,
I was gonna
right?
say, did it kind of remind you, like,
It's like,
I don't know who I am. What am I tripping
right, like,
about?
what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling, right? And it's like, if I can help others feel like that,
Mm-hmm.
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. That's perfect. Um, I think I switched up on us.
I'm just going with the
It
flow,
is a good
and
flow. I
yeah,
just don't want to reiterate some of the questions because it's just kind of ebb and flow in different ways. But definitely want to know, like, what was it like to connect it to your purpose?
connecting to my purpose um, was knowing that dance, it's part of me, right? Dance is one of my passions that will never, I don't think I will ever get sick of dancing. Uh, but it was that, the understanding that I have to keep dancing and I have to be in that environment, and living with purpose. It just means, again, it goes back to just being kind, right? And living every day as if it was my last day, right?
Right.
Like, I have terrible days, right? I have good days. I have, because life happens, situations that you cannot prevent, all of a sudden you have to deal with, right? And so for me, I I know when something's going on that might put me in a bad mood or whatever it is, sad, angry. I acknowledge those feelings, I feel those feelings, but then I can kind of move away from those feelings, and I know that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get through it. And it's always like, for me, I just want to, the biggest thing for me, or the biggest lesson and living a life with purpose, is just thinking, what would happen if I was to die tomorrow, right? What would happen? Like, what impact would I make, right? Did I help a person? Was I kind to somebody? Did I encourage somebody, right? Did
Right.
I do good, right? That's it.
What am I putting out into the world?
Exactly.
Yeah. What did you leave behind? Um, now? So we've moved past. Went through the heartbreak. Is there anything in there that we should touch on, or we're good on that? We've rediscovered,
Hmm.
right? And um actually, like, redelivered a passion within yourself. What do you think now are some new desires or new dreams or goals that are awakening in you?
It's I want to say, with I just want to be able to help people at this point, women in particular, right?
Ladies.
Because the journey, it's rough. The journey is rough, and um, if I can just help a sister out, right?
Right.
If I can just be uh, a word of encouragement, right? Or it's that.
So if you were to see a woman and she's contemplating what if she needs to make this next move, and she's looking for something, she's reaching for anything to, like.
And I've had during this time, I've met women that were going through difficult times in their marriage, and I've been able to have honest conversations with them, like, "Hey, what's going on?" Or "This is what could happen. This is what, if best case scenario, right? This is the decision. This is not." Uh, I want to say that if anything, I'm just a good listener, because sometimes women need to vent, right? And they
Oh
just need
yeah.
to like let things out. And um, I mean,
Hear it for themselves.
right. I mean, marriage
Like,
is
did I just say that out
right.
loud?
Marriage is hard. And it's like when you're married, you're not going to come to your mom or your sister and tell her everything that's wrong, right?
Hmm.
That's like, because you don't want to put yourself there, right? So it's easier for you to open up to a stranger, or not a stranger, someone that's not your family per se.
Right, right. And I think it's good to allow that space to open up, and you kind of, I guess, allow yourself to spiral a
Yeah.
little bit. You need to let all of those feelings and thoughts out of your head, out of your heart, out of your spirit. And when you're talking to somebody about it who maybe has a hand in the deal, then you're like, it's almost like you're spiraling out on them,
Hmm.
but it's like, no, that's not the case. Like, I need to talk about this. I need to, and that they're just not the right people to talk to. And that's
Exactly.
okay. Like your
Exactly.
family, but I do love how you stated you you started to reach out for the professionals, right? I
Hmm.
was watching this podcast and I can't remember what the topic was, but the message was so profound to me. And she said, you don't like the way you speak? Get a speaking coach. You don't think you know how to date? Get a dating coach. I
Hmm.
went right to Facebook and said, any recommendations for dating coaches? And it's not that I don't, because when I think about the older me,
Right.
younger me, I'm like, yeah, it's a different thing. But like you said, after, traumatic situations, you become someone else. And you don't even realize that after you've let so many years go by, you kind of like shaped and molded into something completely different. And you might look in the mirror and may not even recognize who you are.
Right. And I feel that a breakup, not necessarily divorce, but a breakup, it's an opportunity for you to focus on yourself
Hmm.
and really work on yourself, and see if you might need that professional help, or see
Yeah.
if it's necessary, right?
Hmm.
But I feel that they're there for a reason, right?
Yeah. You want to do better in business? She was like, get you a business coach.
Exactly.
You don't like your teeth?
You
Go see a
have
dentist.
if you have an infection, right? You go see a doctor.
Oh, yeah, you can hurry up and go see it.
Right? But why is it that if you're not feeling well mentally, like something, something's wrong with you, why is it that it's not right for you to go seek the professional?
Well, I think you gave it the answer. We've been so conditioned to think we're strong, we got it. Um, and definitely the older generation, I feel that they were taught God will handle all things.
Or I yes, yes. Especially I feel that when you believe in God or just have faith, that healing can happen, right? But sometimes medication is necessary.
Yeah, but they also say, which y'all know I don't know no scriptures, but I know it's something without faith, without work is dead or something like that, right?
Right.
Um, and
Like
so if you
I
don't put the work behind it, you can believe in God.
right.
And
Like I there was not one point during my process where I stopped believing in God, but I knew I needed help. I needed the medication, right?
it was to a point where
Where I
something,
I needed that,
yeah.
right? My mind needed that. right? And I've been off medications. I feel great. It was a point in my life of self discovery, uh, figuring myself out, addressing all of the things that were wrong with me internally, right?
Right.
Healing my soul, my mind, and it's been a journey. It's been what 3 years now,
Wow.
and I can proudly say I've been working on myself this past 3 years.
Yeah. I don't think people understand how important it is to work on yourself. Um, in 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 hindsight, right? They're like, "You're the love doctor. Why aren't you in love?" And I really had to discover that in order for me to show up whole, parts of me had to fall apart. And in order for them to fall apart, you have something now to put back together. And now you know the proper pieces and places to put them in.
Yes.
They may not have been in the right place.
Right.
The puzzle might have getting shaken up a little bit. So, um, if you don't do the work, and typically when I do talk to clients, specifically ones that are like, "You the love doctor, you gonna help me find love," and I'm like, "Yeah, with yourself." Yeah, because if you don't, you can't show up to a relationship. You hear people, "I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love."
Mhm.
Oh, find me a man. You know, I don't really hear men talking about find me a woman, but
Right.
you hear women, and the first question I ask them, "Are you ready to be in a relationship? Have you done what work have you done to be in a relationship?"
Yes.
And I would be a hypocrite not to do the work on myself before trying to get in a relationship. Like that doesn't it is 2 plus 2 is not going to make 7 for me. And so
Exactly.
naturally,
Like for me, I know what I want. I
right,
know what I want. I know who I aspire my
and it's coming.
future husband to be. I haven't met him, so I'm fully aware.
But hey, wherever you are.
Yeah, I know God has the right man for me. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been getting confirmation everywhere. Like this morning I got this album that was a part of my fall apart time, and so it's very sentimental to me. And it was a TV show actually, but one of the songs is called "Unanimous," and the way he brings it together, I literally felt a chill go through my body, almost like I wanted to cry because it's like you know something's coming and you know it's about to be magical. Like Christmas, like you know you're gonna get a gift, but
What
you
is
don't
it?
know what type of wrapping it's gonna be in. You don't know
Right.
is it gonna have a big bow? Is it gonna have a little bow? You know there's gonna be some gifts under there, but what kind of what? It's kind of scary in a sense, but once you do the work, you kind of open yourself and be ready for what's
Exactly.
real.
Exactly. Because I feel it's super easy to get into a relationship.
Okay.
Easy, right? You can meet men, or if you're right, or if you're a man, you can meet women. But getting into a relationship, it's easy. But if you're hurting, if you're not full, if you haven't fixed yourself, what is this relationship going to be based on? Because
Mm-hmm.
life is hard. You're going to go through hard times. Life is going to happen as it happens, and it's like what's going to sustain that relationship, right?
And the biggest thing for me is knowing that life is hard, right? The world is cruel.
Mm-hmm.
People are sick. I don't want my relationship to reflect everything else. That
Exactly.
should be the safest space due to the fact that we both know that the world will beat us both up. It's not like
Exactly.
I'm gonna have come in the house and think you have less problems than me. It's understanding that we both have a duty to protect each other from the world.
Right. And to comfort
Oh yeah.
each other. Like
Oh
we're gonna
yeah.
comfort each other, and who's gonna be with you at your worst
Yeah.
to really, just love on you,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
That's
important.
and also you wanna reciprocate the same thing. You wanna be loving, and it's
It's so good. The dopamine that comes through your body when you're in love, and I know people need that constant hit. They
right.
need that hit, so they're looking for something different. But
Mm-hmm.
if you just nurture what you know is real, you can constantly still get those same hits of dopamine because you're actually igniting something in the other person that makes them want to love you more.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying? And it's like you're loving me so much that it makes me, unless I'm full of trauma and I'm not ready and I don't
right.
know how to receive love and I'm pushing you away and all the things. I'm talking about the people who have done the work and that are like, I'm ready to receive love. So when you said easy, I was like right in there because in my opinion, relationships can be easy. But all you hear people say is, man, being in a relationship is hard, it's hard work. And that does not sound pleasing to me.
Appealing. Yeah, it's
I'm
like
like,
I don't want that.
I'm cool.
It can be
Yeah.
yeah.
Rub my back. Like, no, just kidding. But in a relationship where two people consciously really want to be with each other and care about the well being of each other, you can make that work to a place where this is easy for us. And easily, if it's not working, we can easily say this is not working because we communicate so well that you can let me know when something's off.
Exactly.
And then it was like, okay, is this something that I could fix? Probably not. So what do you think? Should we end this? Okay. All right, shake. We friends. That,
But
I don't,
that's a healthy,
yeah,
you know, environment, or right?
yeah. The world has gotten to a place where people, in my opinion, they use um, divorce and all these other factors as a not a healing mechanism, but as a conflict resolution, right? Versus saying, you know what, I love you and I chose to want to be with you. What can we do to save or salvage?
Right. When both when both parties want that, right? And also it could also be, uh I love you, and I need to like let you be free, right? I let go of you and go love, be full. If I couldn't do that, you know, hope you find love, right?
Yeah,
And I
wish the
wish you
best.
happiness,
Oh yeah,
or you have the couples that work on their issues and truly just make it work. Because I do feel that marriage is the best, it can be the best relationship,
oh yeah,
right? When you have a strong marriage, you have a power couple,
yes,
right? They're so in sync, uh, and they can do anything. It's a
mm-hmm.
partnership, right? And it's like taking care of a family and all of the things. But it shouldn't be, marriage shouldn't be like, I'm just in this marriage just because my kids are little, or because you're not fully happy
Yeah,
either, so it's like, what will make sense,
mm-hmm.
right? And I believe that kids are resilient.
Oh yes. Thank you for saying that.
um because like, of course, like when a couple gets married, a couple doesn't think, hey, I'm gonna get a divorce. Like, that's never the thought. The thought is always like, this is going to be my forever happiness, right? My love story. Um, and so sometimes kids are just in that environment, right? The uh, dynamics change, and all of that. And so it's like they will they will be resilient and they will adjust to the change.
They will. And my thing is when people say we're staying together for the kids, but they're not happy, you're really doing a disservice to the kids.
And I had I because I had last touch with two girlfriends, and they were sisters, and they will tell me that their parents remained married for so long. I think their parents waited until the the second child uh, was through college. So think of like over 20 something years,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But they didn't love each other anymore, and they had lived like separate lives, or they were in the house but not really, loving on each other,
Yeah.
and always arguing and this and that. And my girlfriends will tell me, I wish that my parents would have divorced, you know.
And been happy separate.
Yeah.
Co-parent, it's okay. Because the babies know. They can feel it. And I think for me the main thing is you're also teaching them what to accept and how to love subconsciously. You're downloading that. So if you're in a household and your father is not affectionate to your mother, this is not something you see. You adopt that a little bit, whether you want more and more and more of it, or you have the exact thing of I'm not a really touchy feely person.
Right.
I'm not a hugger. That's so big amongst humans where they're not huggers. And my first question is, did your parents hug? They'll say no. So they don't realize that it's not them that are not huggers. It's their teaching that was not huggers.
It's their behavior. What
Mm-hmm.
did they see growing up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Did they grow up with a mom that was loved, or did they see mom happy, or was dad always absent? Kids pick up on all of those things.
Yes. I heard this lady. Thank God I can't remember her name because I would probably say it on accident. Um, say that babies their brain weren't born with a brain or something to this nature. And she's like, and when their brain, and I'm like, I'm wondering if she's saying when their brain develops.
Mm.
But the way she worded it is as if they don't have any thoughts or feelings at such a young age. And I'm like, that's incorrect information. We're our brains are formed in the womb.
Exactly.
So I don't, yeah. That just always stuck out to me because I'm thinking, is she speaking at conferences and stuff? I hope she doesn't say this more than once.
Right. Because if anything, childhood marks a human. If you had a happy childhood, uh, you're going to be relentless.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Have secure attachment styles.
Exactly.
But 0 to 3 is very foundational, very fundamental.
And I want to say, for me, my biggest concern while the divorce happened was my boys. I wanted them to be well.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to be happy and to not be like traumatized, right? And so I put them in counseling because I wanted them to adjust to the new change that they experience. That,
That's so big.
because again, I know that childhood shapes who you are,
Yeah.
and I want the best for them, right? Because they're my boys,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. That's amazing that you thought of them and the fact that they're also adjusting, they're also divorcing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the parents that are divorcing, and most times that gets skipped in a big way. I've had a man tell me at one of my events, it's not the child's business, and the child needs to stay in the child's place. Which I know that is a term that is definitely rooted within the Black community. You stay in the child's place, you don't get in adult stuff. But I had to challenge him. I was like, where does the child live? At
Mm-hmm.
your place. So what is this place that they should know not to be in? And we went around and around and around to the point where he had to understand what I'm saying. If your child is in your environment, all they know is two parents separate, it's their place. They're divorcing too.
Right. Kids are not stupid.
Yeah.
They they can put two and two
They
together.
carry the pain sometimes.
They do. And the worst part is that a child cannot verbalize the pain, the feelings, the emotions that an adult can. As an adult, you can say, I'm annoyed. I feel upset. You hurt my feelings. You verbalize. A child doesn't.
Doesn't know.
It's they internalize all of the information, reality, and keep things to themselves. And it takes a long time for the child to finally speak and
Yeah. So I think that's amazing that you put your boys in therapy as you knew that their mental health was probably affected as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so um knowing that we did that, what let's discuss maybe some motivational tools of pushing through for someone who could possibly, like I said, this conversation can hit hard with someone who's thinking, feeling, going through, or just got out of. And the crazier part is, after I talked to you, I literally talked to, what did I say, two or three other women
Yes.
back to back to back to back. And they're like, oh yeah, I got to tune in because I just got a divorce. And I'm like, what?
Tools is just look around you, right? Seek for professional help if you need that. If you're hurting to the point of, yes, you will cry, right? Or you will have your moments where you cry, you get sad. But if you cannot get out of that mental state where you feel you're depressed, where you don't have the energy that you did, go and ask for help. It's okay. It's
Go
okay
talk to
to
somebody.
go to go and talk to somebody. Find joy in something that fulfills your soul, whatever that is. For some people, it can be hiking, being outdoors, camping. For others, it could be, I don't know, dancing. But also, don't tell me you're just going to party it up, right? And drink. Or do something that's not going to hurt you, right?
Right.
Something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps you like to uh paint, or whatever it is that you like to do it.
Yeah.
Find an outlet.
Yeah. And if you don't know what you like to do, just start journaling random things and see what comes up. Because something
Right.
may come up because most
Try
times you don't
different
know
things. Try
what
different
your
things
passion
too.
is.
If
Yeah.
you don't even know what you might be into, start trying different things. You might have ideas or might be drawn into that
Oh,
outlet.
I like this. I realized once I was like pushing through my healing process, that's when I was like, oh, I need a hobby. And naturally dance is gonna come up, and I started like making posts asking if there was any adult dance groups, anything that I could do a drop in class, things like that. So um I did find this Pilates business over here around the house. They're a little expensive, but the class looked like it was something I can get with, and it's
Nice,
close,
nice.
So you do have to try to find out what works best for you. And I think having these type of conversations, it touches someone else's heart that feels that it's not obtainable.
Yeah, and don't feel that whatever your age is, it's
That's huge.
it's never too late to heal from within. Never too late. Make it your a duty to be well, because you deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
You deserve complete happiness.
Make it a job or a chore to make sure you're good, to make sure you're fulfilled is something that I think should be taught as soon as we get into puberty.
Yes.
Right before puberty, or instilled in your whole life, but reminding people like it's okay to take care of you. It doesn't make you selfish. And that's something that's taught as well. It's, well, you're all about yourself. Oh, you must be a narcissist. That's the big word now, narcissist. And I learned that, throughout my studies. I thought I was going to be able to study love,
Hmm.
but it's not the type of degree I'm getting, so I have to do what they say.
Hmm.
But it's still like the introduction to research was what moves you, and I did. I started doing research on love, self love, and I started digging deep and going down these rabbit holes, and they all led to three different places: narcissistic, selfish, and I'm not going to use the word evil, but it's not a good thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta research, because how is it that loving yourself is something that is selfish, right? And we can honestly say, and I know a lot of people, depending on your culture or your background, the church has a lot to do with that, right? I did a Let's Talk Love with the senior citizens, and we talked about love. And I'll say 85, maybe 90% of the people in there put their self like third. You love God, you love your neighbor, then you love yourself. And I was like, after all, you give out all this love, what do you got to give
Right, right.
for yourself? But if it's been conditioned in you, if this is what you've been programmed to believe,
Exactly.
you think that it's wrong to love yourself first. And that just kind of blew my mind. But I knew it to be true. It's just different when you're listening, and then when you start to really like see what experts have studied it. There's not a lot of study on love.
Mm.
There's not a lot of research on self love.
Will you at that point sample people, or what will you come
I'm
up with?
sampling people right now.
Yeah, you're like,
It happens naturally. But just digging deeper into what that looks like, and understanding that just because we were taught something doesn't mean that it's true.
exactly. And we can always learn
And unlearn
new, yeah, learn and now learn behaviors or ideas,
patterns.
patterns,
Yeah,
because the brain can do that.
the patterns are real. When you start to get yourself in this cycle, and you're like, how did I get in here again?
Right.
The patterns, they brought you back. For sure, grounding, is good. That's something that you can do that's free. You can,
Mm-hmm.
roll around in the grass.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but the ocean is my thing.
Okay. Yeah, go to the ocean.
I know when I'm like overly stressed because I don't care about bills, I'm gonna book a flight and I'm out and I need to get to some water ASAP. And so that's right there lets me know like, okay, and you get that salts, that all whatever the minerals does and the water
Right.
and the sand and um all is right in the world after
Yeah.
that. It's like something so beautiful and majestic and mysterious
Nature.
about nature,
Yeah,
and
nature.
it's like how did you make that,
Right.
you know but yeah, that's my way of grounding. Doing community work, supporting others, like you said, getting out, helping someone else is
Yeah, because sometimes if you lived in any city, guarantee you your community needs you in
yeah.
every in every capacity. I will say
Hmm.
you can have a volunteer spot maybe with the seniors, a volunteer spot at the library, at rec centers. Public places need volunteers.
Yeah,
It's just
they're happy.
a matter of when you go and show up and give give your help.
It's very much appreciated for sure. Rebuilding new routines can kind of help you break those old patterns. I just thought about something as far as like unlearning and breaking a pattern. I think I'm gonna set a jar. See,
Okay.
right now I would have had to
Okay.
put something in that jar because I want to take words like I think out because I know what I'm saying, but I think that I've just been saying that I think so long
Yeah.
that I'll throw that in there, or when I'm very confident in what I'm talking about. And
Oh,
so
like I know. I know instead of I
I
think.
know, yeah, or
I'm
just
sure
say the
this
thing.
is X,
Yeah,
Y, and Z.
this is a pink chair you're sitting on.
Right.
Not like I think it might be pink, it may be mauve.
You're the love doctor.
Yeah,
You know.
and it's like understanding that the imposter syndrome shows up sometimes,
True.
but you have to stand 10 toes with it and remind it, like, yeah, that you have no space here. I know what's happening here, and I know why you're showing up here.
Right.
And it's for a purpose. It is definitely to remind you to be more confident in who you are. But I've always been the person that I never wanted God to think I was too cocky. Ever.
Right.
Like
Because
ever.
I feel that they teach you at a young age that you need to be humble. You need
Exactly.
to be humble. And I mean, you can also be confident. Yeah, I feel that for women, that is not, I think, taught in
No,
our, at least in our cultures.
it's not.
Uh, so you kind of just grow up with that idea of
Hmm.
it's just
Let me
good.
settle it
Yeah,
down a little bit, not too much. I was thinking about confidence today, about, what I need to do in order to restore minds. And it's like, okay, at a younger age, it was never that I thought I was not confident, but I wasn't cocky either. And I wasn't like owning it because it was like that thing of like, let me chill. I don't want God to think I'm doing too much. But
right,
in reality, when I thought about it, I was like, these are the gifts. You are the gift that God has given. Why not be glad in
right.
it? I was like, girl, we need to rethink this whole
It's like
thing.
we need to learn to be in our power and gain our power.
Yeah.
And it's like
You
you
sit
can
it
do it
down in
all.
different
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, here's a little bit of it right here. Let me get it. Oh, I set this down right here. No, yeah, restore that thing. Restore it. It's an amazing thing. And it's like reclaiming your joy, reclaiming your identity, um,
True.
and moving forward.
Yes.
All right. So we'll do a affirmation.
Okay.
Let's do a little wisdom for the listeners first.
Okay.
What would you say to someone listening? I already said that. What truth do you want them to hold on to as they navigate their own heart healing journey?
You have to be patient with yourself,
Oh, that's big.
and you have to put yourself first and do not compare yourself with somebody else. Never. Don't be like, hey, well, this person just got over a divorce and did X, Y, and Z, or already found a new partner. It's okay. It's like focus on you.
Mm-hmm. And date.
Yeah, and date.
And date. I think too many women are told to like go back to the barn and rebuild ourselves when men jump right back out there. Not saying that that's healthy
Right.
because they're spilling all over people all over the place, but don't completely close yourself off like I did. It's not a it's a very secluded world
Right.
that you put yourself in, but my grief was a little bit different than a divorce. So it shows after years, and you look back and be like, oh, okay, shut that world out, shut you out. Oh, shut you out too,
Wow.
and it becomes very secluded with now you just have you because you shut everybody out. So be careful with that. All right. So let's do an affirmation.
Okay.
And this one is I honor what I was and I release what I no longer align with, and I know who I am becoming.
Wow.
I like that. I honor who I was
Mm-hmm.
because she's cool.
She was cool.
She's super cool. I release what I no longer align with. I'm not aligned with these things. I'm visualizing it like strings. You know,
Right.
you have all these strings, you snipping it. I saw that at a wedding recently. Maybe that's why. And I know who I'm becoming. I'm okay with who I'm becoming.
Right.
And she coming. And so it's so great. Like, and I relate to music a lot. I know for a fact that healing has very much healing elements if you're listening to the type of music you need to listen to. And Lizzo has a song called Crash Out.
Oh.
At a time when I was crashing out. And I literally, she has an introduction to the song where she's crying and she's venting, and you could tell it's real.
Right.
And I have a video. When my mother passed, I started vlogging. I'm afraid to go look at those videos because I just don't know what I was saying because they're real, they're raw, they're painful.
Wow.
And I have a video just like her introduction. And then the song that comes right behind it, she's like, oh, I'm coming. Like when I get out of this,
Oh yeah.
oh, oh, I'm coming.
Yes. Because I feel that pain will do that to you, or
Motivate you.
suffering.
Yeah.
That it's just temporary.
Hmm.
Suffering is temporary. It's going to pass. And then once you work on yourself, become the best version of yourself, forget it.
Okay, so before we end, um, let's tap back into belly dancing just a little bit
Okay.
because I want to join. I know you said that you have a class.
Oh, yes. So I'm having a class coming up on June 19th, which is Juneteenth. It's going to be at Rhythm Stand Studio. It's $20, and you will learn a short choreography. It's going to be fun. You're going to learn belly dance moves. It's going to be a blast.
I think I need to. I think I need to join. How can we sign up?
So the flyer is coming up. You can go to my social media is Gabriela Goddess, Gabriela.goddess on Instagram. So you can follow me and just be on the lookout or send me a message. The flyer should be coming out on Friday.
Okay.
I have a link for to submit the payment, and after that, yeah, you're signed up, and we're gonna have a blast. I'll provide you with a hip scarf so that you can
Shimmy,
shimmy.
shimmy.
Uh,
How should we dress?
Comfortable. So think of like going to a yoga class, leggings, uh, nothing
Not too
heavy.
baggy.
Yeah, like a top. Just you need to be comfortable, right? And
Okay.
you're gonna get hot, so don't wear long sleeves, or if it's like a what is it, just like a top or a sleeveless shirt,
Tank
tank
top,
top. That's like
sports bra,
yeah,
whatever.
that's the
Okay.
best thing.
All right. You guys make sure you go sign up. And you and I are working on something.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Goddess Sunshine. We were Sunshine Goddess Empowerment event.
Yes.
And we connected so well. It was just like, you want to collaborate? Yeah, let's do it. And naturally, in my mind, just thinking of what you do, I went and watched and hearted all your videos because you were killing the game. I really like with the lights.
Oh, the wings, the ISIS
The
LED wings. That's a showstopper.
I like that one. So I'll have to get me some wings.
Yes.
But I know that belly dancing is deeper than just, like you say, something that's like a sexual thing to look at. And it's actually utilizing your belly and your core
to connect,
and your movement, which is exercise.
Right.
And you are bonding with other women and things like that. So naturally, my thought process is reconnecting. Reconnecting love with your core and your womb through movement and celebration of womanhood.
Yes.
It makes me feel good thinking about what we're gonna put together because I know what I need.
Right.
Right.
We're coming from a place of we've been through a lot, and we just want to help women feel better.
And there's so much magic and power in your core. And when your core is weak, your whole entire system is weak. Trust me. I experienced it, healing from it currently now. So it's not something that I'm just talking about. It's something that I know about, and I'm a girl. So I do know that you need that center of your body to be um strong, but it's not even that. It's just there's magic and there's power. There's humans that grow there.
Right.
So reconnecting women to a space where they understand the power that they possess.
Right. It's like you need to understand your value, understand the power that you have, and just feel great. Embrace your sensuality.
Oh, right? Yeah. We're gonna embrace our sensuality, guys. Well, I definitely thank you for this powerful conversation. Thank you for your vulnerability and your openness to talk about your real life and your story and your healing journey. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I think I felt like I needed to do this, so that's why I just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great to tell your story your way, you know.
Right.
That's how this kind of got birthed. People tell me their story anyway. Um, no matter where I'm at. Yeah, and I mean that. It could be in the
Right.
bathroom, at a restaurant, or
That's crazy.
at the airport. It's crazy, but it's beautiful at the same time. And I have to just understand what I exude and who I am and just be okay with it.
Right.
I went out a couple weeks back, and everybody that I'm with has walked on, but I'm still talking to this elderly lady. And when I say she hugged me,
Right.
she hugged me and held on to me, and she was like, "Girl, you remind me in my heyday." And the guy was like, "Grandma, let this girl go." But it was the way she looked at me. It was like something was like, "Okay."
That was an affirmation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it comes in so many different ways, and you just gotta embrace it. But for anybody that's listening and recently, or I wouldn't even say recently, because like some of the ladies that I talked to over the weekend, it had been a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
One couple she said they were living together. They were divorced, separated for 8 years. But it was something about when they finally signed the paper that was different.
Mm.
She's like, we weren't together, but it wasn't finalized. And it just lets you know that regardless to the fact that like everybody has to endure the process their own way, right? And it's just a transition. It's a different type of transition of life. And it's that moment that your soul says, I deserve peace. I deserve the truth. I
Amen.
deserve to be
Amen.
loved in the way that aligns with who I am and also who I'm becoming, because who we are now is probably not who we're going to be in the next 15 minutes,
True. Yeah.
or 15 years. It happens like that. So if you are listening right now and you're in the middle of that decision and it's weighing on you heavy, or you've already taken that step, or you're actually quietly grieving alone, um, thinking about the life that you thought that you would have, I want you to hear me clear, okay? You're not broken. You're not behind on anything, and you're not unworthy of love. And I know sometimes people feel like a failure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, this was supposed to work and I didn't do my part. You did your best.
Mm-hmm.
You did your best, and you're simply just being back invited to yourself again. And you're like, hey self, and they like, welcome back. Come on in here. We've always been here waiting for you. It's no big deal. And sometimes you the bravest thing you could do is to release something that was. And that you can rise to what will be. Because there's always grass on the other side if you
Mm-hmm.
water it, if you plant seeds and you do the things that you need to do. So just know that your healing is not just possible, but it's in motion if you're already contemplating this step or you're already within it. And I'm proud of you for choosing yourself, choosing your heart. If you can make it work, both you guys want to work on it, I'm 100% an advocate for reconciliating that. I am a essential relationship coach for a reason, because I think once people can, I know. See, I'd have to put something in the jar because I just said I think when people can reconnect with the foundation of what their relationship was and what it was built on, sometimes it's worth saving, but sometimes you might need to just sell the house.
Mm-hmm.
Or demolition the house and do something else with the land. And that's okay too. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you again. And you guys be looking out for our Sunshine Goddess Empowerment event. It is going to be August 30th. It's going to be 2:30 to 3:30. I believe we'll probably have sign up through Eventbrite or
Right. 3:30 to 5:30. Right.
3:30, 3 to 5.
3 to 5. Yeah.
3 to 5. All right. You
All
guys have
right.
much love, much peace, and happy hump day. Peace.